Hello. So I am working on this now and I'm trying to emboss this letter on this face, but for some reason it's not working. Um, just to show you what I mean, if I select my sketch and I click on wrap and I select that face is not selecting. And the reason why is, in my opinion, is because I have that round face, and sometimes when your face is round, the emboss just doesn't seem to work on it. So the alternative way to emboss this letter on this face would be to use a surface. So to do that, I would go into the surface tab and extrude surface, and I want to change my direction, and I'm just gonna extrude this surface uh, in just like that, and I'll select OK. And the next thing we want to do is this face, based on how far we want to emboss this Z letter out. We select this face and we do offset surface, and I'm just going to try 0.05. That's a little bit too much. Like 0.009, and that looks good. So the next thing I'm going to do is select that, and what we can do is hide this part so we can see what we're doing. So I'm just going to right click on it and hide it. So now we have that is our surface we are working with. So the next thing we're going to do is trim this part out, so we just have the Z on this side. So I'm going to go to trim surface, and the surface I'm going to use to cut, I'll select this, trim surface. Someone is selecting a face, so try that again. Trim surface, there you go. Select that. And what happened when I was selecting the trim surface is what you want to watch out for. Is when I was selecting the trim surface, I had something pre-selected, so it wasn't allowing me to select it. So just make sure you press the escape key to clear everything out, and you press trim surface. I'm gonna select this surface, and the part I'm trying to cut out is this part, so I'm just gonna select that, and you want to make sure this is on remove selection. You click OK, and now that's trimmed off. The next thing we want to do is trim this external part out and just have the Z part. So we would do another trim surface. Make sure you're not selecting everything. Trim surface. You want to use this surface to trim that off, and remove selection. OK. So now if we just show our part, we'll see what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. We're almost done. So the next thing we're gonna do is, let's just hide that part again, and on this end we want to close this end, so we can just press planar surface and select all this part. Maybe surface fill might work with this though too, but I haven't tried that out. So if you you can try surface fill just to see if it will work for, but they both do the same type of, you'll get the same type of quality with both. So select that face. So now I have that plane on it. I select OK. So now I have my Z closed out pretty much all around it. So the next thing I want to do is knit. So what knit does is, knit kind of combines all this surface together and make it one. So I'm just going to select all my face, and when I select it, I want to check create solid, and I'll click OK. So if I just section this, as you can see, the line, the section is blue, which means the part is solid. So now this part is a solid instead of a surface. So I'll show my other part. Show. And next thing we want to do is combine this Z with this knob. So I'll go into Insert, Features, and Combine. And I'll select this part and the Z. And I'll make sure it's on Add. Okay. So now this is all one part. So if I section it, as you can see, is all one part, and the Z has been embossed on it.